up, y'all? It's your man Patience. And listen, I'm going to definitely need you guys to hold my mule on this one. Whew. All right, y'all. Dwight Howard. Now, over the past decade and a half, Dwight Howard has become one of the more prominent stars within the NBA. The 6'11" basketball player who plays center for the Washington Wizards has suddenly found himself at the center of a sex scandal. Now, if you haven't heard already, last night a transgender man named Mason Elijah, who claims to have had a sexual relationship with Dwight Howard, has come forward and accused Howard of standing by while his pastor, Calvin Simmons, sexually harassed, manipulated, and threatened him. In an exclusive interview with The Hill reporter, Elijah says this: "I've been harassed, sexually harassed, called a faggot in a wig, and Dwight Howard's pastor has been behind it all. I've had every gay slur said to me by Dwight Howard's pastor, Calvin Simmons, because I did not want to sign a non-disclosure agreement regarding Dwight. I did not take his hush money because I was afraid they would say I tried to extort him. I just wanted the situation to go away, but the threats his team and pastor made frightened me to the point where I am still afraid. Dwight Howard has done nothing to tell his team and his people he works with to leave me alone, and this is my story." LJ has been upset by the media's attempt to simply report that Dwight Howard is only gay while ignoring the allegations that Howard's pastor, Calvin Simmons, whose job it is to help people, is instead doing the total opposite. He's also upset that Howard isn't standing up and telling his pastor to stop with the harassment. Now, this story has so many layers. The person, the transgender man, Mr. Elijah, has released a series of tweets that you probably can still find if you look on Twitter right now, further confirming the sexual relationship that she had with Dwight Howard. And he wants, I should say, Dwight Howard to come forward and just admit that the relationship was true instead of trying to get him to sign a non-disclosure and make the whole thing go away. This is just layered. But the part that I really wanted to bring out and focus on the fact that, listen, man, if it's true, now all of this has been alleged, but if this is true, that this pastor, Calvin Simmons, is doing all of these things, man, that's a bad look. And I would even call into question whether this person is a pastor or not, because as I'm sure a lot of you guys can attest to, everybody who says they're a pastor is not a follower of Christ nor a follower of God's word. A lot of people throw that word around because they believe it can give them some credibility, but not everybody's living up to the responsibility that comes with being a pastor and a shepherd of those who want to get closer to the Lord. Now, man, I don't really know, because a lot of this is alleged. As far as I know, Dwight Howard hasn't released a statement. If he has, you guys post it below because I'd like to read it for myself. But this is a big mess. But whoever this Calvin Simmons guy is, I would like to know what he has to say about this whole situation, because his credibility as a pastor, as a spiritual leader, is really being called into question. And I'll be looking at this guy sideways, because if he did all of these things, there's no way in the world this guy should be running around claiming to be a pastor if he's harassing someone on behalf of Dwight Howard. I definitely want to know what you guys think. Make sure y'all get in the comment box. Y'all got to leave a comment on this one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel to make sure you get all the videos first. Till the next time, it's your man Patience. I'm out.